So we are now live. I just want to see if anyone's watching. I don't think there's anyone tuned in yet. Oh, we got Sarah B. Hi first. Sarah, can you hear us? Can you let me know if we're loud and clear? And then we'll crack on. Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear us. We'll say loud and clear. There's a 10-second delay, so I'll wait for you to be able to hear me say that, first of all. Can you hear us okay, Sarah? Can anyone else let me know if you can hear us? I'll just wait. Hello, Muddy Paws.
Hello.
Muddy Paws is lovely. Oh. We were in a virtual running group together, and I think I found her through Instagram. And I'm not in the running group anymore, but she's an absolute star, and she's smashing it. Yes, UK Vegan Family are here. Hello. Sarah, she can hear us, and Muddy. Thank you, guys. I'm glad you can hear us all. So there's only a few watching at the moment, but we'll just crack on and see.
It stays like that.
Hopefully you'll be fine. You'll be fine. So I want to say hello to the beautiful beings watching, and say hello to my lovely friend Jessie, who we've only met a couple of times, but Jessie's done an amazing thing, and I wanted to share what she's done because, you know, I'm all about sharing activists and singing their praises, even if they're not earthed in ed. Doesn't matter. It's people on the ground that are doing the work. So how are you, Jessie?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, back at work today, so.
Back at work, first day back after a long time, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, got a bit caught up doing this, but there's still loads to do, so.
There is still lots to do. So we'll ask the question so that everyone knows, that everyone wants to know of every vegan is when did you go vegan, and what was it that made you go vegan?
Well, I was veggie for years, since I was 8 years old. I've always, as loads of people say, they love animals, and I grew up like with my mum's like little dog who she actually hated kids, this dog. And then when my mum was pregnant with me, like people were saying, oh, you're gonna have to get rid of the dog, and my mum said, I'll get rid of the baby before I get rid of the dog. But luckily, because my mum's a big animal lover as well, but we hit it off and we were like best friends really. And so I've always kind of like felt a connection with animals, and there was never ever a doubt in my head that animals are no different to us in every way that matters. And so when I was 8, I thought, right, I can't eat meat anymore. I went vegetarian. But then I think, like a lot of vegetarians, you kind of just conveniently pretend, I suppose, that animals aren't getting hurt in the dairy industry. And I just like many vegetarians say, I love cheese. And I just kept thinking, oh, you know, animals don't really get hurt for eggs, and they don't really get hurt for dairy. But I kind of always had it in the back of my head, and I always kind of knew that eventually I wouldn't be able to say that to myself anymore. Yeah. And then about 10 years ago, I met my partner, and he was a meat eater but hated cheese. So when we moved in together, a lot of our meals started going more and more vegan, because I wouldn't be having cheese because we wouldn't cook with cheese, and he wouldn't be having meat because I wouldn't eat meat. And we slowly started just kind of like making more and more of our meals vegan, and then we started buying in the obvious things like the oat milk and dairy-free butter, but we were still buying like corn, which obviously has egg in it, and milk. And then we went to the it was 2018, and we went to the Bristol Veg Fest, and it was just so full of just lovely, happy people, and kind of like the vegan stereotype just went straight out the window. And like when you meet loads of vegans, it's just lovely, isn't it? It's just lovely, and everyone's lovely, and it was just such a nice atmosphere. And then we saw a really great talk by Hench Herbivore, and another lady, a cyclist, Christine, I think her name was, and they were really inspiring. And I think when we left that festival, we both started like watching a few more like Hench Herbivore videos, and that led us on to like Joey videos and Ed videos, and and then you can't go back, can you? Like once you
No.
start actually learning, like there's no going back. And so
No.
it was just, well, it was a really easy decision as soon as we knew, really. And then we'd had our little rescue dog for about a year, and it must have been a couple of days after the festival, and I was out with a few friends, and Dan had been watching some Yulin meat like documentaries like things, and it was getting him really angry, and he just suddenly realized, like, what a hypocrite, how can I be really angry about the dogs and not like treat the same way towards other animals? So then he texted me then saying, that's it, I'm vegan now. And
Brilliant.
just like that. So we just, and he, like, you know, he, like a lot of meat eaters say, he loved his meat, you know, like before we actually did it, we were eating a lot of vegan stuff at home, but if we went out to a restaurant, I'd get the cheesiest thing there and he'd get a steak. So just, you know, like a lot of people. But it was just the best decision I've ever made. And Dan would say the same as well. And it just like changes your life, and you just feel so much better in so many ways, don't you? And,
massively.
We would never look back. And it's just so easy. Like it's so much easier than you think it's going to be. As soon as you've done it, and as soon as you kind of like get used to like making your favorite meals, vegan versions of them, and, you know, and like I was saying earlier, like change your shampoo to a vegan cruelty-free one. As soon as you kind of like get in the swing of it, it's so easy.
Yeah, it doesn't take long, does it, to know which products you need to switch out and which products to avoid, and what things are accidentally vegan. And I want to tell people how we first met, because I think it's quite funny. So we were both at a gig in Bristol, and it was Mr. Scruff, who's like my favorite DJ. I think he was DJing for like 6 hours straight or something stupid. And I had spare tickets. I think I don't know if I did a call out or I had spare.
I think no, I had known of you and known of you doing the cube and stuff, and I must have added you on Facebook at some point, even though I'd never met you. And I think you had said you were going to the Mr. Scruff gig, and I had a spare ticket. And we arrived with this spare ticket, so I sent you a drunken message saying, "Oh, I've seen that you're at the gig. Like, I've got a spare ticket in case you've got a friend that wants one or anything like that."
That was it. I knew there was a spare ticket somewhere, and then I went off to meet you, and we ended up stood at the bar for ages. And then my husband was like, "Where did you go? You were like said you were going to be 5 minutes," and I think we were about an hour chatting.
And my Dan as well. Both Dans, aren't they? So they were both
both Dans.
Yeah.
And then my Dan went home, and I just stayed out with you guys until closing. It was such a good night. It was brilliant. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And you just like
courage to go to a cube. And I think I've been to 2, and I'm ashamed to say I've only been to 2. And the reason really my laptop is stopped working properly and keeps playing up, and I'm so scared of talking to the public. But
you don't have to hold your own laptop. You can hold someone else's, so you don't have to worry about that.
No, but I'm going to start joining you on the We the Free. So
cool.
I'm going to be there.
But you came with your mum, I think, didn't you, to one of the cubes?
Yeah.
And then Dan the next time, I think.
Yeah.
So
you've got a good memory.
A little bit. Must be the vegan food that I'm eating.
Yeah.
So what I want to say is the reason I've invited you on, and you've set up an amazing Facebook page, and I want to shout and scream about it. And I've shared it everywhere, but it's not growing quick enough for me.
Yeah.
So do you want to tell everybody a little bit about the page and what inspired you to set it up?
So it's basically, I suppose the inspiration came, a little bit way back when I first went vegan. I kind of felt, I remember a couple of friends wanting to go for a catch up, and they wanted to go to a zoo because one of their little girls wanted to see the animals. And I felt quite guilty about saying to them, look, I'm not happy about going to a zoo. You know, I don't want to put my money into a zoo. And I went and tried to search for a sanctuary nearby that we could go to instead. But obviously there's a lot of sanctuaries only open on select days and things like that, because they want to keep, obviously, rightly so, keep it a quiet environment for the animals. And so we ended up settling on going to like a city farm that I just at least didn't have to pay to get into. So I felt like at least that was like something. But back then I kind of thought, oh, wouldn't it be nice if there was a place where you could just like find loads of sanctuaries and kind of know when all the open days are and stuff. But I didn't really think too much of it. And then recently, this time round, I was furloughed, and I thought, I then watched your 24-hour Dean Farm YouTube marathon, and
Yeah.
horrified that hunters were getting government funded like help, and the sanctuaries weren't, and I didn't have spare money to donate, and I was thinking, what can I do to help? And so then I thought, like, I draw and paint as well, and I thought, oh, I'm going to do a drawing a day for different sanctuaries, and you know, have to give the profits to the sanctuaries. Haven't actually got around to doing that yet because I ended up getting taken up with this. But then I started going on Facebook groups and asking people if they had a list of sanctuaries, and it didn't seem to really be around, and people were giving me like loads of different, I was getting loads of different comments of all these different sanctuaries, and I started compiling a list for myself, really, to just know which ones to do drawings for. And then when I posted the list on, I can't remember what Facebook group it was now, like Vegan UK or something like that, and people loved it, and they really kind of were keen on it being like a more of a solid list. So I thought, well, I don't know if there's one really out there, and actually I have actually found a directory that's got like loads of like wildlife rescues, dog rescues, all sorts in one place that I need to link through on there so that that's there as well.
Yeah.
But I thought it'd be a great place for kind of sanctuaries and public that are interested in sanctuaries to be able to all like liaise together and like share fundraising, and if people have got items they want to donate to fundraisers, they can put it on there, and when open days are allowed, like it'd be nice to have a place where all the open days are so that people can just go on there and find it I just wanted
like a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
Like a one-stop shop,
Yeah.
almost.
So it's a bit easier to find. People are busy, aren't they? They're not going to search for all the different sanctuaries, and it's just nice that people who are interested in, you know, and obviously everyone watching who's vegan will already be not wanting to go to zoos, but it's just open. It'd be nice to open the eyes of people who might go to a zoo, but then if they see this, they might, you know, be tempted to try and convince their friends to go to a sanctuary instead. And yeah, I just really wanted a place where, yeah, sanctuaries could share stuff and share their fundraisers and events, and people can like share things. And I've made a document on there with all the different ways you can help sanctuaries, and a lot of them are free. You know, a lot of them you haven't even got to spend money to help sanctuaries. So
there's so many things that you can do to help. I'm going to put up a link in the chat to everyone to the Facebook page, but I'm actually going to share the page as well because I've got it up and I know how to do this now.
Yay!
It's only taken me like 4 months to work out how to share screens properly. So this is the Facebook page. Like, can everyone see that? That's showing? Yeah, it's showing.
See, it should have, right, I've got to figure this out because at the top there should be a pinned post, but it seems to just disappear with all the like the main lists that I've made and stuff. But
okay, well there's a files tab there.
Yeah, I mean it's all in there.
Yeah. We'll work that out. I'll have a look and see if I can help you work that out.
I need to figure it out.
So if
I've made like a pinned post that's got like the direct link to like a map that I've made, so you can zoom in on the map to where you are and see, you know, what sanctuaries are closest, and like I've made like a shopping, like a place that's got all the links to all the different sanctuary shops, so that, you know, if you want to buy gifts, that you can just look to there directly and stuff. But it doesn't seem to stay at the top. I need to figure that out.
That's okay. So this is the files here. So we've got like, what can you do to help? So that's all the different.
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah. So it takes you to here, and then you click on see more, and you've got this amazing document that Jessie's done. It is amazing, mate. It's so good.
Well, and it was inspired by. I've actually written. I think what was her name? I think it might have been a lady called Lisa. I've written it at the top. Inspired by one of the ladies when I first made this page. Put a post on about like, if you haven't got money to donate, there's these free ways of doing it. Yeah. And so it's inspired by that really, and I just kind of like took that and just, you know, went a bit more in depth with it and added ways that, you know, do cost money as well. But yeah, it was, that lady post. I think is her name Lisa. I can't read it.
Yeah, you've got Lisa Shawani, I think it says.
Yeah.
I've just
She put
highlighted
post.
there. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, and it was an amazing post, and I just thought that needs to be like more, you know.
It's just an
You know what I was
easy,
gonna
it's an
say.
easy one, like you said, like we said earlier, it's like a one-stop shop. So Amazon Smile is something that I've been doing for a while with Dean Farm, and it's free.
Yeah.
This one I wasn't aware of until Mary told us about it. Easy
Yeah.
fundraising. So and that you've got helpful videos on there of how to do it, instructions. Honestly, the work you've put into this, Jessie, is
Well, I was
it's
furloughed,
fantastic.
so it was nice
Well,
to do
still,
something helpful.
you're furloughed, and you could have been doing something else. You could have been reading a book or binge watching Netflix, and you haven't. You've gone on and you've done this and put all these hours of work into to donate your services as well.
There's still
Pardon?
like there's still way more to do. Like so many people have commented with loads of other sanctuaries, and now I found this other directory. I want to make like you know, not being specious, you know, dogs and, you know, all sorts should be included. So there's like on the list that I've made, there's like
I'll go to that list.
Yeah, I've started like a domestic list and a wildlife list, but at the moment there's only like 1 or 2 on there, so I've got to add all of those. And like
so this is the list of all the sanctuaries. Yeah. And you've split them up into areas. You've got Scotland, Northern Ireland, which I guess is coming soon.
Yeah.
Wales, and you've got links to their websites on here as well. Northeast, Northwest. I mean, for anyone that's watching that's in the UK, go and click on the link that I put in the chat and go and check it out and follow the page if you're interested in supporting animal sanctuaries. And if you're not, share it, because there might be vegans that are. And I'm hoping that there's people here watching that are not from the UK and are maybe inspired to do a similar thing for, you know, their country that they're based in.
That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure
even if you're not that interested in sanctuaries, but you're just like looking at pictures of pigs, and there's like got so many cute, and like those calves that have been rescued recently, I couldn't stop posting about them because they're just so cute, and like
they're
seeing
so beautiful,
of them like bounding around in the fields, and it just like it's nice to the page is nice as well to just like cheer up your day a bit, because it's usually like people usually post a lovely picture of, you know, a lovely sanctuary animal, and it just kind of like cheers you up, really. It's nice.
It's great. It's so good. And like there's here the Southwest pear tree is never one of my favorites.
Yeah, I haven't been there yet.
Oh, it's so lovely. They are open for volunteers at the moment. So I did speak to I think it was Bex I spoke to, and she said they are allowed volunteers to come and visit and help out.
Good. Yeah.
But I want to go and stay in the Airbnb. I've been there once and helped out for the day, and I still want to help out for the day. So this is your second list that you've done domestic animal sanctuaries.
Yeah, I haven't done many on there yet, so it's definitely nowhere near. But that's just I keep adding to it. I keep spending like an hour here and there just adding to it. So it will eventually be a lot bigger. But yeah, I don't want to miss anyone out. So
another good thing you did was like a list of sanctuaries for open days and visits and what they have.
Yeah.
So I thought this was
a lot of them aren't open, and that's completely fair enough, of course, because they want to keep, you know, some places have really traumatized animals and they want to not have any visitors at all. But it's good to know which ones you can visit, so that, you know, you can have your day out with the kids there and support a sanctuary instead of a farm or a zoo. But a lot of them, I really want to say, a lot of them are free entry, and please, if you do go visit a sanctuary, make sure you spend lots of money while you're there. Like, make sure you buy food while you're there, buy gifts when you're there, and donate if they're not selling anything. You know, because
you've got a couple of good comments here. So Richard is amazing. I love Richard. I met him at the Animal Rights March in 2019, I think.
Oh, nice.
He said that's brilliant, Jessie. And then we've got Girlio. She's popped. Wow, this is a lot of work and information that Jessie has put together. It's just fantastic. It's just, and I don't, you know, I can't think why people haven't thought of doing this before. And there might be, if there's someone watching and you know of a page like this elsewhere in the world, let me know, because I want to speak to them and talk to them and sing them up as well. Because, I mean, this is my favorite bit of the whole page, is like who has overnight stays, who does open days.
And I'm going to start when sanctuaries are, I mean, I follow all the sanctuaries now. So when they start posting their events, I'm going to then do a link through and create events on our page, on this page, that I say our page because it does feel like it's a page of all of us that are there, and create events on it to link through to their events so that it's easy to find all the events and stuff. Because it is like, and you know what, like I really wanted this. I wanted this to exist, and so you just think, well, I'll just do it then. If no one else is doing it, I'll just do it. And I love the idea of having a map that you could just zoom in and see where it's close. So I just thought, well, I've got time, so it's something I can do to help without money to spare. I thought, well, I've got time to spare, so
yeah.
But it's like, I really want to say, if you've got an idea, just do it, just go for it, because you kind of think, oh no, I can't do that, and this isn't a big deal or anything, this thing, but it just I really wanted it out there, and I thought a lot of people would want it.
I disagree. It is a big deal. I disagree. I think it is. I think it is a big deal, and I think that it's a fantastic idea, and it's something I have looked for to find out where the other sanctuaries are that are close to me, and I've never thought about doing this. So, this is wonderful work. This is just Vegan Straight Edge on Insta, by the way. Hi there. Right. It is great work, isn't it? I think she's done a fantastic job, and I think this is why I want us to don't be modest about it. Be proud of what you've done.
Yeah.
Don't be modest at all.
It's nice to see. It's really nice when you kind of someone posts about an animal that is, there was the other day a cockerel that was going to be killed that day if he didn't find somewhere, and then because all the sanctuaries were on there, they kind of were all liaising with this lady and managed to get him a temporary home until we can find a permanent home, but get him safe, and things like that are nice because you think, oh, this has actually helped. It's nice.
That is really good. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, like I wanted to say earlier, it kind of feels like, so Vegan Gaze has set up this whole community thing on YouTube, nice. And everyone goes there and they just chat and watch her do her live streams, and it is a really community feel. And I feel the same about this page. It's a real community page.
Yeah, it's nice.
So, I mean, there's 1,000 people on there at the moment, which is great.
Oh, is it got to 1,000? Nice.
Yeah, it's got to 1,000. Look, 1,000 members. I think in the first week I was like, come on guys, let's push this page, let's get it up to 1,000. But
it'll eventually grow, eventually it'll grow, because there's going to be more and more people that are interested in going to sanctuaries. Like the vegan movement's growing, so eventually I'm hoping it'll be a really good place to raise money for sanctuaries, and and then when sanctuaries post their fundraisers and stuff, it's not just the people that already know about their local sanctuaries, people from all around the country. So I'm hoping anyway.
It's good for sharing auctions as well. And then, oh, look, this is questions. And, I just think, these are chickens that need a home as well, that urgently need a home. That was 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
So, and you can share the post, they're public. So, look at these babies.
Yeah. I don't
know what they God.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's been great videos of these guys.
I wish I had room in my garden for a couple of calves.
They're just lovely, aren't they? And it just makes your day. And even if another way of people kind of helping is sharing posts and sharing cute videos and photos, because it raises awareness then to their friends on Facebook of how lovely these animals are, and
there's just
I try and balance out my Facebook. I don't know if I've lost friends. I'm sure I must have, because I post quite a lot of animal rights stuff, and so I try and balance it out with nice things as well. Because I look at my thing and I'm like, I post quite a lot of hard stuff, and then I think I'll balance out some nice things.
I was going to give you some more love, and actually, Girlio, I'm going to show that I'm going to come to this in a minute. So I've got a website up ready to share, and I'll pop the link on in a moment. But I would, yes.
Oh,
definitely brag. And then the more you brag, the more the word gets out. Definitely. For Jessie, look at that. See?
Oh, thank you guys. That's really kind.
Oh, look, I was always able to uplift myself when feeling distressed from knowing the truth when visiting a sanctuary, and always helps with the anger. So desperate to get to a sanctuary. Well, we're going to meet up. UK vegan family, we're going to go to Dean Farm for the day. Cows are the best. They are my favourite.
And it's so nice, like it's so nice to spend that time with animals that you know are safe, you know, that are just happy. Like that time I was chatting about earlier when I didn't want to go to the zoo with some friends, and we ended up going to a city farm. Like the animals there were so lovely, and it's so sad when you look at them and you know that they're not going to be there for very long, and you know it's just horrible. It's really horrible. And there's the same city farm actually. When I first went there, I went there to take some photographs for doing some paintings, and there was a mum pig out. She was shut outside, and all her little piglets were inside, and she was desperately like looking through a little hole in the corner of the door to try and get to them. And I'll have to find the photo. I should show the photo. It's a lovely photo I've got. And eventually the guy lets them in, and the reaction between the mum and the little piglets was so lovely. And it's heartbreaking because like I've got this beautiful photo from that moment of this. I'll find it and share it. But this lovely moment with the pig and their little baby, and you just think it's so sad because that is not going to last very long for these guys. Like they're not going to get that mother baby bond for very long, and it's just so sad.
It's heartbreaking.
When you go to like, I've been to Dean Farm, and that's a totally different experience whatsoever because it's just pure happiness, isn't it? And
it's just such a lovely vibe, and they do such an amazing job there, all the volunteers, and they work so bloody hard. I mean, every sanctuary does. They know they're no more important than anyone else. Like, and there's so many sanctuaries. I had no idea there were so many vegan sanctuaries until you did your page.
I didn't either. No, it's like I took on more than I could chew. Really, I was just like, oh my god! Like, there's loads, and there's still loads. Like, there's still more that I've got to add. That I haven't got around to adding yet. But I will add. So please, if there's a sanctuary on there that isn't on the list, let me know, and I will add it.
So Summer in December says, "Hey Jessie, feels like a party every day on that Facebook page."
Oh, that's nice.
Which is great. This is lovely. Yeah. So you have done an amazing thing, 100%, and you should boast about it. I'm going to ask everybody. I'm going to pop the page again in the comments. I want everybody to share this on every Facebook vegan page that you can. Let's get this like growing. Let's get the numbers massive on it. And like Jessie said, if you know any sanctuaries that aren't on the list, or you've got any information to share with her, let her know. So
please, all the help, because I've only actually ever been to one sanctuary. So I've only ever been to Dean Farm, and I'm so sad about it. So I've been vegan since 2018, and obviously then I've been to Dean Farm like 3 times now, but it's then been the lockdown and stuff, so I haven't been to enough. And now I'm like getting in contact with all these sanctuaries. I can't wait to kind of visit them, and there's some really nice ones all around the country, and it's nice. Like a few of them have got stays. Like there's 2 up in Scotland that you can go stay in, so it's like, right, I need to book a weekend away up in Scotland and go stay one night on one sanctuary, one night on the other sanctuary. And I saw
that one, and I was like, oh, I love Scotland, I want to get up there. So definitely
and it's like, well, if you want to go away for a weekend, like what better than to put your money into, you know, a sanctuary actually doing it. So more might do it. I think there's a good few that do it. So
there is quite a few. I quite like the idea of going to a sanctuary and paying to stay the night there, but also part of the stay is that you have to help out and you have to volunteer for the day.
One, I can't remember which one it is now, but there is one that has that written on its website. That, you know, I think it's like £30 for the stay for the night, and then you volunteer for the weekend there, and that's like, what a lovely experience, you know. So
I enjoyed I volunteered one day at Pear Tree. I booked a week off for my birthday, went to there and volunteered for the day, and it was the best fun. I did some back-breaking work, like cleaning their bedrooms and stuff. I loved it. It was so lovely. And it's such a beautiful sanctuary. And I stroked a chicken, so I'm very pleased with myself for that. Because I've got a fear of chickens, so it was really good for me to try and get over that.
Before, and didn't Farm help you with that? Because their chicken area is amazing, isn't it? You kind of go in, and they all come running over to you to say hello, and it's really sweet, isn't it?
Definitely, 100%. I'm going to get my questions out because I forgot what I was going to ask you. And what's the response been like from people?
Yeah, really good. I mean, I've had a few people say, "Oh, I'm not sure about that sanctuary," and and if people, obviously, I've not been to them, so if people are concerned about any on the list, like please do let me know because I haven't been there. But other than that, like people love it. A lot of the sanctuaries are really pleased with it. The ones that have had time to get back to me, because obviously they're all so busy that I've had a few kind of like. Because I messaged them all to say I've put you on this list, like please check if the information's correct, and if you're vegan please let me know, so that I can add that. And I think more of the sanctuaries on the list are vegan than I've noted, but they just haven't, they've been too busy to get back to me, so I don't want to write it if I don't know. But but it's been a really nice response, and yes, it's nice. Like every morning I'll look at some nice animal pictures and post something, and throughout the day it's just a night. Like I was spending too much time on Facebook, and not really doing anything, like just kind of like, as a lot of us get into the habit of scrolling. So now I scroll and scroll, but it's at nice pictures, and it's like doing something, and it's like
you do something positive. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I've hardly been on Facebook in the last few months. I really have. I've stayed off there a lot. And the other day I had a massive cull because I had over 3,000 friends. Yeah. I had over 3,000 friends on there. It's like, well, I don't know all of you. I'm probably never going to meet most of you.
Yeah.
And I just want to bring it back to just being people I've met, like yourself, activists I've worked with, and friends and family, and just have it as that rather than a vegan fest. You just scroll through and all you see is horrible stuff where vegans are posting to other vegans, which I get, not to other vegans, to non-vegans. And I get that. But it's like, if you want to follow what I'm doing, then head over to Instagram. But I'm keeping my Facebook personal, if that makes sense.
Well, I followed you and I didn't even know you because you're a bit of a celebrity, really. In Bristol.
No, I'm not. I don't say things like that.
I remember seeing you, honestly, because I wanted to join the Cube for quite a long time, but didn't have the confidence. And I must have just seen posts on Facebook, and that you were the organizer. I think on Bristol Vegans page, you post a lot. I think that's how I kind of like knew of who you were. And then I was at the camp out, and me and Dan walked past you. I was like, "That's the lady that runs the Cubes." I didn't know you then, and I would have been too scared to talk to you as well.
But I'm not that scary. I know. I remember you saying that when we first met, and I was like, seriously, it's just little old 5-foot-old me. So,
but no, like you're doing such an amazing job, and I bet
you are too. And
you to get back out there,
I can't wait to get back out there. I'm desperate to get back out there. It's really hard, and I think we talked about it on stream a couple of weeks ago how emotionally hard it is, and that's why this page that you've created has been so uplifting, because it's some light at the end of the tunnel, and it is really good, and I can't wait to see it grow and develop and get bigger and better, and I'm hoping that like I said, I'm hoping this inspires other people to do a similar thing.
Well, it is. I really, really think if you've got an idea, just do it, because it is. I just started making this list, and I thought, well, no one else has done it, like someone should do it, so I'll just do it. Like things like that are quite easy to do. They're, it's just putting the time in if you've got the time. But it is any idea, isn't it? Like absolutely any idea, and it's
any idea that's going to help. Any idea that's going to help you.
And I kind of like sit on ideas for ages, and I've been trying to work on that really, and just like when I've got an idea, just doing it. So haven't you? You've got to just do it.
This is why I get up at 6 a.m. now and do exercises straight away, because if I don't do it when I get up, I'm not going to do it. I'm like 6 o'clock, haven't even had a cup of tea yet, and I'm doing push-ups on the floor to try and lose some weight. But I'm the worst procrastinator, because I wanted to do a YouTube channel for ages, and I kept putting it off, worried about
doing it. You're
doing it now, and you've set up the page now, and it is uplifting, and we need a bit of light at the moment, and it's something to look forward to as well, because people can plan their journeys to go to these animal sanctuaries, and that's thanks to you. They don't have to go around scouting everywhere. They've got
things like festivals, like there's like I think, is it Pigs in the Wood, or I think it's Pigs in the Wood. There's two that sound quite similar, and they have like a pig festival, like they have like festival in the woods, and it's like I want to go to that. Like that sounds amazing.
Is that on the page?
Yeah, it's on the the ones to visit and stuff like that. I think
Ones to visit.
Oh, I don't know if I've got it wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Pigs in the Wood. It just looks amazing, and you just think, God, I really want to go to that. And there's another one that does a festival as well, but I can't remember which one it is now.
Does it say it on there, or do you have to go to the site?
It'll say on the list on whichever sanctuary it is that there's that they do a festival.
Okay, well, beneath the Wood's got an overnight stay and camping pod, which sounds awesome.
Yeah, I think it's Pigs in the Woods. I can't remember where in the country it is off the top of
and
my head.
Events including Pig's Gig.
Yeah, that's it. And it looks amazing. It looks really amazing.
Yeah, there's a few that do events. Look, bookable visits.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Personal
for the places
tours
that can do it. Like, obviously, there's a lot of places that can't do it because some of the animals would be too traumatized for it. But for the places where the animals are happy to have visitors, then they're just amazing places to visit, aren't they?
And one thing I wanted to cover was another good idea you had, and I think it went up on the page when you first got it, was volunteering your time. Here we go. Here.
Yeah. So services. So volunteering your services. I haven't made that document yet because I haven't collected enough people. But if you know anyone that's it can be any job, an accountant or a photographer. There's a couple of photographers already that donate their services to sanctuaries. But website designer, graphic designer, plumber, builder, whatever. If there's anyone that is happy to donate their services for free to sanctuaries, please just send me a message because I'm going to create a document. So there's a bit of information about it, but I haven't actually created the document yet because I haven't got many people.
That's okay.
Yeah,
but that's what I liked. That's one of the things I really liked. Like you're cleaner, like you said, website designer, builder.
Yeah.
Anything.
Anything. They need anything and everything, don't they? So
100%.
So much. So
and I make that big so hopefully everyone can see it. Can everyone see that okay?
Yeah.
But I think it's brilliant.
Oh, bless you.
Oh, look, Helen said, I can see this being massive and really useful resource as veganism and the plant-based lifestyles are ever growing. I agree.
Thank you.
See, I told you.
It's not. I want it to get big for the sanctuaries, but it's certainly not for me. It's just nice for me to look at the nice pictures, and I can't wait to know when all the events are on. I can't wait because I want to. I've been a couple of my friends that aren't vegan. Like I'm dying to take them with their kids. I'm just dying to take them because it's so important that young people grow up around animals and being able to connect with animals but not in zoos. So it's nice to be able to take them to sanctuaries and
I can't wait for my nephews to come down and visit for the weekend when all this is over and go to Dean Farm with them. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about your art because a few people have asked about it. So we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to share your website. So I think when I first met you, you did show me some of your work, and some of it looks like photos.
Oh,
it's absolutely stunning. I mean, this is a painting, guys. Just that one screen there. That's a painting. That's not a photo. That is absolutely stunning.
And that's from a sanctuary. That's Pumpkin up in the farm sanctuary, I think it is. I'm not quite sure where it's based now, but yeah. So I do a lot of dogs. I do a lot of companion animals, but yeah.
Oh, I want this cow.
When I get prints, I'll send you one. But I'm doing nice ones. So I've got this one. This is a new one.
Let's go.
Start doing nice sanctuary ones. Ooh.
Let me stop sharing the screen. Ooh. There we go.
So nice ones to look at. Oh, I can't tell which way I'm going, but
that's
nice
fine.
Ones that are nice and happy and nice to look at, and that's actually like I did it for a environmental competition thing about like how you would see the future, and it's based on the 73 cows Jay's farm, Jay.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's their cows there in the wrong way. That's their cows in the background from one of their photos that they said I could use, and then this is a couple from from Hillside that aren't the 73 cows ones, but they're from Hillside, and that's an oat field in the background. So it's to try and be like oat oat milk is the future kind of thing. But I still got to come up with the title of it. I put it on Facebook asking people for what I should call it because I can't think of a title.
Can anyone here think of any titles to give Jessie for that painting? It's got to be environmental, has it?
No, not necessarily. No. But it's just about like oat milk making life better for cows, and how like oat milk's the way forward and not dairy milk. But I keep singing my oat milk brings all the cows frees all the cows from the yard in my head, and I can't think of a title because I keep just singing, my oat milk frees all the cows from the yard.
But if anyone's got a title idea for that beautiful painting, then pop it in the comments. Let us know.
Yeah.
I'm going to share the website again because there's some more work on there to look at.
I've got to update it. It needs updating.
But I mean, these are absolutely, I could only dream of painting like that.
Oh, bless you.
I mean, that looks like a photo, darling.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And you're donating money. Oh, look, this is a hen that survived.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's also one of the hens up at a sanctuary one up at the farm sanctuary. And it's quite funny because I wanted to call the paintings after the names of the animals, but this one's called Fanny. So I called it Franny.
You can still...
I don't really know if Fanny is one for putting up. I did them for the Liberation Arts Festival, these ones. And so the lady said you could call her a Franny if you like for the painting. But she's a right character, that one, because she was actually the bottom beak is chopped off as they usually are, but the top beak was a deformed beak, and one of the guys in the slaughter, or not, I don't think it was the slaughterhouse, but in the factory farm, one of the guys in the factory farm felt sorry for her because of her deformed beak, and smuggled her out, and she lived with his gran, I think, for years until she couldn't look after him anymore. So then Fanny's ended up at the at the farm sanctuary, and apparently she's really feisty and she'll chase off all the dogs for her food. If they come near her food, she'll chase them off.
You're getting some absolute lovely comments on here, by the way. So this is something that might be good adding to the page. So it's called the Art of Compassion Project, where vegan artists raise money for animal sanctuaries. Yeah. And this lady is an amazing artist as well. I'm not going to say your name because I'm going to say it wrong, and I've forgotten the Irish pronunciation. I think it's what is it? I'm going to find it out.
Do you know what? I'm half Irish as well, and I wouldn't be able to pronounce it properly.
It's really simple as well. Wait a minute, I'm going to find it.
Yeah, I have seen them actually. I need to get around to joining. Again, another thing I'm procrastinating with, but I need to get around to getting in touch with the Art of Compassion Project because they're brilliant, aren't they? They do wonderful things.
I think it's Eva. I think that's right. I think it's Eva. But yeah, wow, these are incredible. I agree. They're stunning. I'm going to show a couple more. So I'm going to come out of the comments and pop. Yeah, you should call it masterpiece, apparently, the painting.
I don't know about that. Oh dear. Well, some of them are just little sketches, and
I mean, that's how are you doing these? They look like photos.
Oh, that's my mum's new little rescue dog, and that was the moment. Ava, her name is. That was the moment Ava kind of accepted her. I just managed to catch a photo of it, and then I did a sketch for her. She kind of was so nervous. Like we brought her home, and she was really, really nervous and just shook all the time. And then my mum went out for a couple of hours, and I was looking after her, and she came back, and she was so pleased to see my mum, and she put a little paw on her and looked up at her like that, and and it was the first time they kind of she was kind of please don't leave me again. It was really sweet. She's lovely. She's a mad little thing.
I mean, these are stunning.
Oh,
I know you want to do more.
Yeah.
You want to do more farm animals, although you hate the word farm animals.
Yeah, that's the route I'm going. I mean, that's why I started trying to find a load of sanctuaries so that I can find some nice pictures. Because I want to kind of spread the, I kind of want to just promote that all these lovely animals are just lovely, aren't they? They're just lovely.
They are
really
just
old now, these ones.
Stunning.
Yeah.
But you can see how you progressed as well with your artwork.
Yeah, they're
it's
really old. They're like
stunning.
5 years old now, some of them. But yeah.
I think they're beautiful. And I think this is a great way of doing activism as well, because especially with this beautiful bird, Fanny, because you're showing the truth about what's happened to her, and people will fall in love with that artwork as well.
Yeah. I'm going to start doing a bit more scenic ones that people would actually kind of want up, as opposed to just kind of like portraits, I think, because people want like animals in scenery a bit more. So I'm gonna ideally I'd like people to kind of like, who aren't necessarily vegan, buy these pictures and then sit on their wall, and eventually they kind of look at it and start feeling a bit guilty, about kind of like what they're doing. So it's just making people realise, isn't it, really? So, but
definitely. And I think art is a lovely way to do that. Pardon?
It's happening. People are realising.
It is happening.
Slowly but surely.
Sarah said, I don't even take photos that well. No, I don't either. I've got a really smart camera, and there's no way I just use it to film. I don't use it for anything else. But I love this comment as well. Like, Jessie really captures the individuals' personalities in her portraits. I agree. I agree. Has anyone got any questions?
They're a bit old, those ones, but
but you are getting better, and this is the thing. You get get better at anything. Like, look at my first YouTube video. I'm like stiff as a board and really wooden and nervous, and the more I'm going, the easier it's getting. And it's the same with your artwork's stunning. I don't think you need to get much better. Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, bless you.
And practice makes perfect. Summer and December, definitely.
Yeah.
Has anyone got any questions for the beautiful Jessie about her artwork, or about the amazing Facebook page, or let us know in the comments. Some stunning
it's been
comments.
Lovely chatting to you.
Oh, it's been lovely chatting to you as well, darling.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to get out of this bloody lockdown.
Yeah.
Get to see all my friends again.
Yeah. Oh, people are nice, aren't they? And do you know what? That was one of the big things I found when I first went vegan, that people are just so lovely. Like, people are so lovely. And then we went to the vegan camp out, and oh my God, like, if you haven't been to the vegan camp out, go to the vegan camp out. It's just so full of just positivity and like happiness. It's just so nice to be in a field with 6,000 other vegans. That's the one thing I loved about it. It's like, there's 6,000 vegans with me right now. I loved it. I can't wait for this year. I'm really excited. So of course, aren't they? It's going to go ahead.
We've got I told you this question would come up, didn't I tell you before we went live?
Do you know what? I've never eaten I don't even know how to say it. Tempeh?
Tempeh.
Tempeh. Never eaten it.
Never eaten it.
I love. Like, I have scrambled tofu all the time. Like, probably like once a week nearly. Maybe once every 2 weeks.
I love tempeh.
Do you? So I've never tried it.
I like tempeh and tofu. I have tempeh bacon.
Okay.
So slice the tempeh and then put it in a marinade, and we have that. It's really quite nice with some avocado. Oh, so good.
Oh, that sounds good. I love that. This isn't bacon. I love that. So good. And this is it. Like, it's so easy.
I haven't tried that either.
Have you not?
I haven't tried. Really, no, I haven't tried
I've got a few friends that aren't vegan, and they are starting to slowly like have more of this in their diet, and they're loving it. Like, they are loving it. So it's the food's getting it's getting unhealthier perhaps, but it's getting a lot easier for people to transition, I think, isn't it? Like,
this is why I'm exercising now, because I've put on so much weight. Because I used to walk to work as well when I was going to work, because I work from home. I was walking 40 minutes a day, and I'm not doing that anymore. So I've put on a lot of weight. Pineapple on pizza.
You said that was going to come up.
I did.
Yeah, I love pineapple on pizza. Yeah.
So this is kind of a question as well. Do you do commissions? Will you do commissions?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've done a couple of commissions, mainly for kind of people I know, really. Yeah, I'm doing a couple for the head of the school at the moment that I work at, so that's a bit nerve-wracking. But she's lovely. The dogs are lovely, so it'll be fine. But yeah, no, I do commissions. But I kind of want to, because eventually I want to be a full-time artist, but I want to get a load of sanctuary animal paintings underneath my belt, so that I can kind of like, make donations more to sanctuaries that the animals come from and stuff like that. And yeah, because I know if I start getting more and more commissions, I'll get so caught up doing that. I won't have time to paint the lovely sanctuary animals. So
I've put a link to your website in the chat, and I'll edit the description at the end of this so it's in the description and people can find it there as well.
You. That's kind of you.
What's your favourite vegan junk food?
Oh, do you know, I do love the I don't know if it's my favourite, but I do love, if a good guilty pleasure, the Chicago Town pizza. Have you had it? The one with the stuffed crust?
I have had it. I'm not a massive. I like pizza, but I'm not a massive pizza fan. Like Oui's probably my favourite junk food.
Okay, nice. Oh, I do love Pizza. Now we've got one of them in Bristol.
Oh my god, yeah, they're good. Their pizzas are different because it's on like a sourdough. I do like them. And the cheesecake. Have you had the cheesecake that they do?
Is it? Okay,
I only order the pizza so I can have cheesecake.
Nice. You'll have to share a pizza with Dan and then just like have your own cheesecake at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. And have his as well.
I'm obsessed with, it's not that unhealthy, but Homo sapiens. Am I saying it right? Homo sapiens. Have you had that?
No.
It's I'll have to send you a link. It's a takeaway in Bristol. Well, it's like this. I think it's a small company, small independent, like couple of people that do it. It is the most delicious takeaway food ever. It's amazing.
Send me the link.
Yeah. It's got, like, they do really nice homemade hummus, and then like loads of like I don't know if it's seitan chunks. I don't know what it is, but it's delicious, and like loads of like healthy things. But it's healthy, but it's so tasty. It feels unhealthy. It
feels naughty, but it's being good. Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah, I'll send you a link.
Send me the link. I can't have seitan, but if they've got anything else to dip in, I can have that.
Oh, can you? Oh,
no, it gives me such tummy ache. Adam's favourite question: smooth peanut butter or crunchy?
Oh,
I'm going to judge you on your answer on this.
Well, I like crunchy, but I always get smooth in because my dogs like it.
Oh, okay.
So, and they just, I don't know, actually, they would probably like crunchy as well. Like, I don't even know why I would think that. They wouldn't, but
what you could do is you could buy, because we get the big tub of peanut butter, because I have smoothies every day, and I put like a tablespoon of peanut butter in the smoothie, and it's crunchy. So if you put it in a blender, you could smooth it up for them, and then you've got crunchy, and then they've got smooth. I'm glad you said crunchy.
Sometimes I make them treats because they're both on vegan food. So there's not that many great treats out there. So sometimes we make them treats with peanut butter and oats and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't have talked to you again. I would have ended this live if you just said smooth, I think.
I do, but when it comes to, if you had the biscotti spread, I got to have the crunchy for that. Biscotti spread.
That link is for Jessie's website. So if you want to go on there and have a look at her artwork, get some commission pieces and support her. And then I'll pop another link for the sanctuary page as well, because that's just amazing.
I'm excited about when they are all having open days and stuff. I think it's going to be really kind of lively. I mean, it's quite lively on there now. There's posts every day, but it's going to be lovely to see all of the different events and people posting pictures of all the different events and open days, and it'll be lovely.
I'm just catching up with comments, guys. So you've got some other people that like the jackfruit Chicago Town. There we go.
Yes, good.
Vegan King. Hello, Vegan King. Haven't seen you on here for ages. Hope you're okay, darling. Got any more? 1 minute. Just scrolling through. So hard keeping up with comments.
Yeah.
I don't know how people do it sometimes. I think I need someone else on here just to share the comments.
Yeah.
Never crunchy. Good, Sarah B. I'd be banning you from my channel if you said smooth. So,
that's funny.
Does your guest originals either in aid of herself or share with the sanctuary? So your artwork.
What's it
do you share? Do you sell it in aid for yourself or shared with the sanctuaries?
So the sanctuary ones I'm going to be doing, I'm going to the majority of the profits will go to sanctuaries for the sanctuary ones I do, but the pet commission ones are just, you know, someone gets in touch for a pet commission, and then, you know, I don't earn enough to eventually I want to do it as a full-time job, so
you need to get paid
I've got
somehow.
a habit of not charging enough, so I've got to start
My
charging
friend's like that. My friend Amy,
Yeah.
she's a great artist, and I love her work. It's all abstract, and I've got a couple of commission pieces by her on the back wall over there, and they're a bit different to what she usually does. But I love her stuff, and when I used to go to her shows with her, I'm like, how much are you charging for that? You could double that, double it.
Yeah.
But you've got to take in your the amount for your materials. This is what a friend said to me years ago, and then give yourself an hourly rate and how long it takes, and then that's what you should charge for the painting.
Yeah.
Don't undersell yourself, because your artwork is absolutely stunning.
Yeah, but there will on there. I say soon, within a couple of months, I'll have done loads of. I plan on doing 30 different drawings of different sanctuary animals, and then the profits will then go to that sanctuary. And the animal, am I making sense?
The animal that you've painted,
so their sanctuary will get the So eventually, I am going to do that, but I've got to figure out like the actual like costs of the prints and like how much it will cost to get printed and stuff. So I've got to figure all that out, but I will. I'll figure it out.
You will. You get it. Do you know what? You've been super busy, so I wouldn't worry too much.
I have this kind of like, I planned literally in my the 6 weeks of just had furlough, I planned to just do all these drawings, and then I started doing this Facebook page, and it just kind of like took over. And I really enjoyed it. I kind of just got into it, and then that was it then. I just spent all my time doing that. I got this one painting done of the cows, but that's all right. That's fine. That's not bad for 6 weeks.
That's all right. It's more than I could do. But say hello to Plant-Based Leon and Grumpy Vegan Grandad. They're turning up a little bit late. I'm going to show the page again, and just so people can see it that have turned up late. So the reason I'm talking to Jessie tonight is because she has created a one-stop shop Facebook page where you can find all of the UK animal sanctuaries. And there's discussions on there. People are sharing their fundraisers. There's files on here as well. So there's what you can do to help, the different sanctuaries that have got Patreon pages. So there's links to all of those.
Yeah, there's not many that do Patreon pages yet.
I didn't know the horse, Lisa had one.
Yeah, if it's on there, she has.
There you go.
A few of them messaged me to say I've got one. So, because you do Patreon, don't you? It's pretty good. It's a pretty good.
I do. Mine's very small at the moment. I think I've got 4 Patreons, but it's fine. I don't mind. It's like I'm grateful to them, and that money's gone towards, helping me get a better lighting and stuff like that for now. And and there's the open days list, which I'll go back to. I have shown it already. There's just a list of every sanctuary, and like Jessie said throughout this video, if you know of any sanctuaries that aren't on the page, let her know, send her a message, and she can add them on there. Let her know, if there's other ways to donate that you can think of.
Oh, yeah, please do. And I thought about doing a document, like, I'd have to talk to a few sanctuaries first, though, about a document of if you do know of an animal that needs to find a place, like, what are the best steps? Because quite a few, I think sanctuaries get inundated with, I know someone who's trying to give up a pig, and it needs a home, and it'd be good to know, because I don't know the protocol of really what you're supposed to do, because sanctuaries must get inundated all the time, so it'd be good if there was some kind of guidelines, I suppose, but I don't know. I'd have to see what the sanctuaries think and what.
I mean, it would be. It's a good idea to find out that sort of guidelines. I know there's certain things where you have to have change the ownership papers over and things like that to be able to rescue them. So there's so much work involved. But yes, Plant-Based Leon, check out her artwork. 100% do that.
Oh, thanks.
And we'll show the painting again and see if anyone's got any ideas. Do you want to hold your painting up? And I'll make you full screen. I'll leave.
Right there. Ooh. So yeah, I'm trying to come up with a name. Oakfield. Happy cows. Yeah, and it's funny, isn't it? You kind of like twist it, and it's kind of based on inspired by Jay and Katya's 73 cows turning their farm into they make oat milk and sell oat milk now. I don't know if they actually grow the oats on their farm, but
I think they do. I think he got some help from the Grow Green project run by the Vegan Society.
Farmed as well, I think, a company called Refarmed.
Yeah.
So if anyone's got amazing, aren't they? Those two, like
they are
so inspiring. Bless them.
But, I like that one. Here we go. We've got Fields of Freedom.
Fields of Freedom. Right, I'm going to note these down.
So make a note of that one. I've got a couple here. Any more ideas you've got, guys, let us know. We've got Bovie Story by Grumpy Vegan Grandad. And then Grazing for Freedom.
Right, nice.
I've got a couple more questions here, Jessie, as well, if you're good to stay on for a little bit longer. Yeah. We've got Plant-Based Leon. If you haven't checked out Plant-Based Leon's channel, where the bloody hell have you been? Go and check him out and subscribe, because it's hilarious.
I'm gonna.
If you need cheering up, if you're having a down day, go to Plant-Based Leon and check him out, because he's...
I'm going to write that down as well.
Fantastic.
I'm not following the comments. Plant-Based Leon, right? There's so many amazing people.
So many, and lovely little YouTubers everywhere. So Plant-Based Leon said, do you go out there and paint what you see, or do you have another method for painting real life images?
So I paint from photos. I'm not really I take so long, and I always paint animals, so they never stay still long enough. I try painting people, but they're not as fun. I don't enjoy it as much. I don't mind, but I love animals and love painting them and their little faces.
And you're so good at it as well.
Oh, bless you. I mean, I keep meaning to get into the habit of like every morning spending 10 minutes like sketching my 2 little rescue dogs, but they really don't stay still for long. So
no.
But it would be a challenge. I should probably take the challenge on, but I haven't done it yet. But yeah.
So Grumpy says, do you always paint realistic style?
Well, I'm trying to loosen up a bit, because I think too realistic can be a bit boring. So I'm trying to be a bit more artistic and a bit looser. So, but I'm quite a constrained person when it comes to painting, I think. So I've struggled with that. But,
no, I'm very particular about things that I do. Definitely. I've got another idea for a name here.
Ooh,
we've got
lovely.
Milk of Human Kindness.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it's from Grumpy Vegan Grandad. Again, go and check his channel out. There's a few people in here whose channels you should check out. So Grumpy Vegan Grandad.
Yeah.
Plant-Based Leon. UK Vegan Family. Go and please check them out and give them a subscribe and a like. I like that one. That's very good, Grumpy. Who knew you had a sensitive side?
Me and Dan had your live chat with Grumpy on last night. We just had it on in the background and we were laughing away. Like, it was a really quite a fun chat you guys had. It was lovely. And then more people joined you, didn't they? Yeah. So,
and then some other people joined. I love talking to Grumpy. We message each other daily, and I do enjoy talking to him. You are the M to my Moo. There's another idea.
Nice, like it. Nice.
And then we've got Love Grows.
Oh, that's nice as well.
These are great, see?
Yeah, you're all fab. Thanks.
They are all
I'm
fab.
just gonna do this from now on. I'm no good at thinking of names. So I'm just gonna always do this.
Yeah, my friend always, like, I named one of hers Holly, like the festival in India, because it just reminded me of Holly Festival, and then ended up buying that painting and giving it to another friend of mine who was a massive fan of India too. So
nice. That's lovely.
So there are some good ones. What's this? Are you promoting your videos, Grumpy Vegan Grandad? I'm joking. Grumpy's raising money for Pigs in the Wood, I think, on his channel at the moment.
Oh, nice.
So I think it's similar to like what Michelle was doing.
Sanctuary page. I need to post that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Definitely.
On the Sanctuary page. Yeah.
Yeah, Grumpy, can you post that on the page about that you're raising money in your live streams for the sanctuary? Just go to that page and pop it on
post
there.
away. Yeah, because
Yep.
anyone can post anything as long as it's helping, animals in sanctuaries, and as long as it's helping them.
So yeah, Grumpy's dad's an amazing artist. He did a video on his dad's artwork. It was he paints people.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. I love
really stunning stuff. And then what am I going through? Trouble is, you will need to paint about 6 more of cows in the woods for all the names, all the names given.
Yeah,
all the ideas.
I plan on painting those. I've started one at the moment. It's not finished, but I'll show it to you anyway. I've got to do a whole nother layer on it. But this is 2 guys over in they're in America though. These ones. I just saw Joey's video on Edgar's. Is it Edgar's Sanctuary?
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Are they called? And it's basically a blind, wrong way, blind cow, and her like best friend wears a band so that they always follow each other around, and it's really sweet. And the one that's not blind like always like cleans her and like licks her, and I'm saying her. I think they're. I don't know if they might not be female. Oh no, they are.
Oh, you froze for a bit.
They're called. Yeah.
Yeah, you are very, very talented. So there's been a lot of love on the stream for you, which is fantastic.
It's really cool.
I told you you'd be great as well. This was easy.
I'm terrified.
I'm always terrified, and Grumpy will tell you he gets terrified when he does a stream as well. Yeah, definitely.
It all seems so natural. Like I wouldn't ever think that, Yeah.
I'd love to see Pig dressed as a soldier and saying bacon though now, mother effer.
Nice. I like it.
So a painting idea.
Is he ever painted? Is Grumpy ever painted if his dad's
No, I don't think he's got the talent of his dad. Grumpy's just no. You don't paint, do you, Grumps? What kind of paint do you use? They look shiny.
Oil paint.
From Effie.
So it's really hard to find a vegan only company. So I've gone with a company that only sell oils paints that are vegan. So a lot of oil paints have like bone char in them and things like that. And like one of the most common oil paint colors is oh my god, ivory black, and that's got bones in it. And so any company that make ivory black, I just won't buy from. So I've eventually found this company, but they're all the way over in Australia, which I would like to have not had a company so far away, but they're the only ones that I can find. So if anyone knows of any oil paint companies that are 100%, there is one called Natural Pigments, but they're all the way over in America, I think. And really
there is a website you can look at, isn't there? And it tells you what paints and things are vegan. I'll send you the link for it. Yeah,
please.
I'll send you the link. It's got, because that's how I found like vegan chalk on there and stuff like that, because chalk's not always vegan either.
Really?
So
Graham into it.
It is mental when you look into all the little bits and bobs that you never would have thought of. So Grumpy said he's got the art gene but no patience, and that's why he's an actor. It's dubious whether he's an actor or not. Like, really is. And then Sarah, I like some of them images depicting in the other way round, if animals treated humans how we treat them.
Yeah.
I like some of those as well. I think
they're good. Yeah.
The vegan artist on Instagram, he does some ones like that, maybe a bit similar.
Yeah, I think I know the guy. Is it the guy with the long hair?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he's got loads of really cool stuff. There's a lot of great vegan artists out there. There are so many brilliant ones.
Exactly, Sarah. Yeah. Actor. Yeah. We'll see. Okay, so we got this one here. So
Jackson Art. Nice.
Why can't I copy the link, Grumpy? You're a mod, aren't you, on my channel?
I've got that link, but
You've got that link.
I was chatting to Rebecca earlier, because actually on that link they say that there's a certain paper that I have been using that is listed on it's listed on Jackson's website as vegan, but actually when I've contacted the company, they use a woolen pelt, and I don't know if it's one woolen pelt that they use over and over again, but I imagine they replace it. So I'm not really too keen on using their paper anymore, so I've stopped using their paper. But so it's really difficult because sometimes things listed as vegan and you really look into it and they're not.
Yeah, you've got to be so careful.
Yeah.
Summer in December said, Jessie, you've inspired me to paint again.
Oh, good.
That's amazing.
Pictures of some sanctuary animals, they're the best things to paint.
Mhm.
They're really lovely.
Chalk, sometimes it's got animal bone in it, so yeah, you have to.
And it's
have to
really
be
hard
careful.
trying to find a company that make brushes that are only vegan. So like I haven't been able to find a company that only make vegan brushes. So I only ever buy actual brushes that are vegan, but I really only want to buy from a company that only make vegan brushes.
Yeah.
But from what I've been able to find, there's not one that exists yet. So I've ended up buying from a company that have confirmed that the brushes that I'm buying are vegan. Like there's no glue used in it that's not vegan or anything like that. But it's really, I mean, I'm hoping something is going to come up where an art company will just be solely vegan. But it's really hard.
Maybe that's your next project.
I've already bought a domain name, Vegan Art Supplies, but I bought that like years ago, and again I didn't quite get the inspiration to just get on with it like I did the UK sanctuary page. But yeah, well, I planned on researching and finding stuff to list, because there's a few lists out there, but again not really like a full list. But yeah, maybe if we go into another lockdown, that'll be that project.
I don't say that. I don't want another lockdown.
Yeah.
Grumpy said, would you consider donating a piece of art for a future fundraiser or auction, etc.?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely.
Grumpy, reach out to her. You've got an Instagram, haven't you? You've got an Instagram?
Yeah, Jessie Harlan Art. It's I don't know if it's the little pig at the.
Or you can also reach out to her on her website. You can contact her via there. I'll share the link again for you, GBG. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Sarah. This is such a good discussion. I remind her being vegan is more than what we eat, definitely.
Yeah.
100%. There used to be a vegan-only art company, but they went out of business.
Oh God, if they were in business now, they'd probably survive. Like
they probably would, especially
start back up. Yeah.
Especially in lockdown, everyone's stuck at home just painting.
Yeah.
Well, not me, but yeah. I think that's referring
like,
to
and you look into it, and you just it's never ending. Like you've got to do so much research. But that's when you go specialist. To just go vegan, like it's quite easy now, isn't it? To find all the information you need to live a vegan life, so easy now.
100%, definitely.
Like, even in the time, like I've only been vegan since 2018, and in that time, like just in those like nearly 3 years, it has changed massively. And it's
I remember when I first went vegan, and that was only 3.5 years ago, the only sausages you could get were Linda McCartney's, or the ones that literally tasted like vegetables.
Yeah.
And now you've got Shroom Dogs, and we've got Richmond's, and it's ridiculous.
And they're great. Like my 2 little rescue dogs love the vegan Richmond sausages. They have half a vegan sausage every day as a treat. They love it.
Bless them. Do you know what, Sarah? I do the same thing all the time. I have a habit of typing too fast, and I press send, and it's like I've misspelt it, or it doesn't make sense. In fact, Vegan Gaze is always complaining that I don't. My comments have no context on her channel, so don't worry. But I've really enjoyed chatting to you tonight, and I'm glad you came on.
Yeah,
and
lovely.
Guys, don't forget to share the page. I'm going to pop the link again. The link for the sanctuary page is in the description below the video. Hopefully you've all been thumbs up, because I haven't asked any of you to thumbs up. And I will pop a link to Jess's website in the description as well, which I haven't done, so I will get that added. There
will be lots of eventually it will be full of lots of sanctuary animals. And I paint more.
When she's got time between work and setting up a Facebook page and everything else, definitely. You're very welcome. Thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah,
thanks for coming.
Thank you so much for the nice words. Thank you.
Bye everyone.
Bye. See you soon. Bye.